All right, so in this video, I'm going to continue the same concept. We're going to do elimination, but on these we're going to have to do it by subtracting. So if you notice here, I have a 3y and a 3y. If I add those together, I'm going to get 6y. They're not going to cancel out. I have to subtract them in order to get them to cancel out. And it's usually kind of tricky to, if I put a subtract sign out here and just try to subtract it, a lot of you would kind of forget you'd forget the subtract. So what we're going to do is actually multiply this whole equation by -1 and then write it down, because that's what you're doing when you're subtracting, is you're doing the opposite of it. So we're going to multiply by -1. So this top is going to stay the same. -x plus 3y is equal to -15. If you multiply everything by -1 here, we get a -3x and a -3y and a -21. Now we're ready to add them together, just like we did before. So that will make a 0. This will give us -4x. -15 plus -21 is -36. So if I divide by -4, I get x equals +9. Now I need to take that and plug it into one of my equations. So I would plug it into my first equation. I'm going to erase my work here. So x is 9, so I'm going to plug in -9 plus 3y is equal to -15. So then I'm going to add 9 to both sides, and that's going to give me 3y is equal to -6. So divide by 3, and y is equal to -2. So that means my answer is 9, -2. My xy is 9, -2. Okay, so let's do another one like that. If you have -7x minus 7y equals 28, and 2x minus 7y equals 1, then I'm in the same situation. I have a -7 and a -7. So that won't cancel out. They'll add to a -14. So I have to multiply this equation by a -1. So the top is going to stay the same. -7x minus 7y equals 28. And then the bottom is going to become -2x plus 7y and -1. The signs of all of them just change. And now we're going to combine. So that's going to give me 0. -7 plus -2 is -9, so I have a -9x. 28 minus 1 is 27, so I'm going to divide by -9, and I get x equals -3. So once I have my x, I plug it back up into one of the equations. So I'm going to write this here, x equals -3. I'm going to erase my work, and I'm going to plug it into this original equation before I multiplied it by -1. So I'm going to have 2 times -3 minus 7y equals 1. So that's -6 minus 7y equals 1. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So I have -7y equals +7. Divide both sides by -7 and y equals -1. So my answer is -3, -1. Okay, so hopefully that helps you understand how to do those. And then the last video will be when we have to multiply one equation by something.